Okay. Now, so what happened? How do you think that the government, those people who are organizing this, should improve in trying to choose who qualify or who should be into that circle? That's the beauty pageant. How do you think they should improve? Because I believe that they have to look at their antecedents. They have to look at their histories. Does it have any role to play in choosing who should be among the pageant? Because of the image of Nigeria.
Two things now straight ahead is that this drug thing and drug trafficking, all the associated things to it, appears to be in a different world. These guys live in their own world. And regarding the question whether the assessors of who becomes beauty queen had dug into her background.
Yes.
This is
2015.
No, this is 2024, and she was beauty queen 2026,
2015. 2016.
So a lot of from that time till now, it's well over 7 years, and a whole lot can happen after she was crowned. It's possible she was not into drugs as at then. We don't know. There's no proof to show that she was into drugs then. And you also look at their criteria. They have checklists. Part of it might not be to drug test. And most of what they do is you ask you questions and all of that, check your physique, you subject it to certain kind of physical assessment, physical and intellectual assessment. If you pass, you're fine, you're good to go and all of that. So I do not think it's part of their assessment list.
But do you think it should be incorporated?
If you want to incorporate, you also, the assessors too should also be tested. Those who are assessing, because it's occurring to me that so many Nigerians are involved in drug. Yes, that's what I think. There's so many Nigerians that you can never think of are involved in one form of drug addiction or the other because of the situation we have found.
Well, we know that there are some that are actually abusing it. That when you see them, once they take this, they become so stupid. You see them on the road misbehaving, and like you rightly stated, it is not written on the face. And now, House of Rep that are ready to collaborate with security personnel to make sure that they fight drugs in Nigeria. Is it going to be possible to actually get rid of this at this point where both male and females are into this? It's not something of an adult anymore. Children are equally into this. What is the best way to actually mitigate this in our society?
The point is that this issue of drug has so many items or variables to it. Number one, you see that drug is an economic item right now. Hard drugs serves as economic item. Those involved in it sell to make so much money, and they have market for it. Two, it's also a spiritual dose or physical enhancer. I've said it several that.
What do you mean by that?
I told it severally that several people take drugs for different reasons. Physical enhancer in the part of criminals who might just take it to have extra energy adventures. That's why you see some criminals do a jump of more than 6 feet height and then encroach into people's residence or wherever.
Okay.
Are you with me? So now it will be a very difficult thing to stop drugs because even in most advanced worlds, we can only try to ameliorate to reduce it.
So when you the body, because if you notice, they say the SUV was also seen in her apartment and her residence and was taken, and her picture frame was in the car, was on the car. That means there is nobody checking what they are doing for as long as she still have the frame.
No, but
on the SUV.
Another question is that does any security agent have the authorization, have the legal authority to search somebody's house in absentia? Somebody, you have got valid court order to search or search warrant. You need to show it to the person first. So I don't know. I don't think you should. What if the person comes to say that you brought this yourself?
No, we're trying to look at. But at this time, we're trying to look at the act itself in its integrity. The act in itself, like you were caught involved. And you know one thing, it was following an intelligence report. Just bear this on in mind. Followed an intelligence report. Meanwhile, they followed her for a long time before they could recover those things in her house. But we do not want to dwell on that too long, because we also have the one involving cannabis, the one coming from Brazil. What do you have to say about that one? Yes, Brazil. The one the one from Brazil.
That's why I say that these guys live in a different world. Like somebody is excreting what is unusual that all of us is.
He injected it.
So you can imagine.
Now, Dr. Nweke, you are saying that you are of opinion that it will not be easy. They cannot completely eradicate drugs in the country because people take it for different reasons.
Yes.
And now we had in a report last year where the rape came up. I mean, they told the NDLEA, of course, that they should go to drug bound. They should go to the main route to tackle this issue. Just staying at the airport, that's what we do not know. Staying at the airport and arresting people, collecting this is not going to be enough, because if you don't cut a tree from the root, there's every tendency to grow again. And they ask them to go to the bank to make sure that they destroy it completely. So what is the tendency? Could it be that was just to make headlines? Could it be that they just came up to say something? I haven't known that. Like you said, you equally know that people take it for different reasons. So what is the best way to actually handle this if we have advantages and disadvantages of all of this?
One, it is for our political leaders to subject themselves to drug tests.
Is that supposed to be positive?
That is a way of showing transparency now.
Okay, that they should
all our senators
be tested before.
Are you people hearing me today? That all our senators should subject themselves to drug tests. What is wrong with that? I'm not being ridiculous. I'm not saying that they are into drugs. Like you people, drug peddlers, see us here, right? See us. We are not into drugs. We have been confirmed clean. We are not into drugs of any form. Do you understand? Then you go to all governors, commissioners and all of that. Part of what should lead to your ascension to any of these political positions should include drug test report. Let's see it. That way you now see that all of these guys are clean leading us.
All right.